Hi, welcome you all on a channel and investor of blessings, Rajat Gupta. It's been a very long that I have not been able to shoot a video, but my urge to shoot and to come across point from the practical life about the attitude quotient, about how we can make our life one of the best life is there in me. Therefore, in series of my videos. Today I would be speaking on one of the very relevant topic. It is related to the attitude quotient only. I just wanted to ask a question to all of you. Have you ever pondered a thought that when we travel to the mountains, why the mountain area is cooler than the lower area? Despite that mountain, if we look at it, the mountains are more closer to the sun, so they should be more hotter than the lower area. And why this is that mountains are still much cooler than the lower. As far as scientific study is concerned, the the heat is not because of the rays coming from the sun. It is the rays which comes on the earth, and when they reflect back and the carbon dioxide stops those run to go back fully into the environment, that creates a heat. So when the rays are falling, it is after the reflection from the earth that the things become hotter. So what happens, the places which are in higher altitude are cooler because when the rays goes reflect back, so it starts from the bottom to the up. So by the time it reaches high, it becomes a little cooler and cooler and cooler. So what do we draw out of it in our life, in our attitude? It's that when we are growing in our life, when we are developing the maturity in our life, it's not about professional growth, it's about the holistic growth as a human being, as a person with a value. They are much cooler in a sense that they deal with the things in a more passionate, in a calm manner. They are treating every human being equally. They are away from the skullduggery, the cheating, or in Hindi which can be called chal kapat. So these are the people, those who evolve with the passage of time and becomes cooler and cooler and cooler because they have reached certain altitude of values in their life. So all of us should strive to have such a kind of an attitude which comes out of an elevated altitude. Second thing, there is often in mind, we all come across some of the other point of time that why these things are happening to me. I have not done something bad. This is also a part of attitude. I have previously spoken that you should think that whatever happens for good. But I am giving you a different perspective here. Yes, there could be the possibility, the people, those who are value driven, those who are doing good to the people, good to their organizations, good to all around them, but still they are struggling. Similarly, people, those who are not so good, are getting success. See, in a Mahabharata, there were one Pandavas and a Kauravas. The Duryodhan, being a part of Kauravas, has all the luxury in his life, has all the luxury, everything in his life. He has done one of the best armies to fight. Even one of the army was trained by Shri Krishna itself. However, when the war happened, Shri Krishna himself became the charioteer of Arjuna. That means people, those who are on the righteous path, may find difficulties, but the God will be there as their creator to carry them forward, to wade through this turmoil. So always believe, if you are struggling but on the righteousness path, but you have to ensure that you should never dwell to the wrong path despite of all odds, and you continue to follow the path of dharma, then I am sure that God will be your creator. God will be your creator. And kindly, so never be disheartened. There may be a despondency, there may be a despair for a while, for an hour or two, or for a day or two, but eventually you will come up. It's the God which pulls you up and take you forward. So never be disheartened for such things. This will come and go. Third thing, kindly, there are people. I give you one more example. Guru Nanak Dev Ji. There were two disciples. One of the disciples always used to go to his satsang, and one of the disciples coming out of the house and going to a red light area or to a wrong places. One day, the person who was going to the Guru Nanak Dev Ji in satsang daily, following his instructions, had a accident, and the needle got into his foot, and it was paining heavily and bleeding profusely. A needle has gone into his foot, and it was like a very difficult situation for him. And the other guy, those who used to go to the wrong areas and to the wrong places, one day he did not go to that wrong place. He thought, okay, today I should not go, and he was there at the home, and he got the one gold coin. What happened? Then the fellow who has got excruciating pain because of the needle came and discussed the things with the other fellow who has discovered the gold coin. Then he said, despite of this Guru Satsang and everything, what you got, what I have got, so there is no difference. Then both of them thought that we should go to Guru Nanak Dev Ji and ask. Then Guru Nanak Dev Ji said that two of you are following the different path, but the fellow who has been suffering from the pain of the needle has gone into his foot, as per his previous karma, was supposed to get the death at this point in time, but because of the Guru grace, but because of his good karma, this particular time has passed with just a needle. Similarly, the other fellow, because of his good karmas in previous birth, was supposed to get a box full of gold coin, but got only one gold coin because those good karmas vanished. And at the same time, the second effect of his bad karmas would be that he doesn't have anything in store as a good karma for his other part of the life. So this is a Kali Yuga, as said, this is a world of Maya. But at the same time, we all should not be a slave to this Maya. It's only possible when we continue to believe in the God or listen to our soul. Soul is wiser than your heart and mind. Listen to your soul where resides your conscience. And so you have to listen to it, you have to follow the Guru which is there within you, and always follow the righteous path, be it any situation, just for a small self-interest, just to avoid an untoward situation. We at times tell a lie, but that has become our karma, and How the karma develops. If I have a habit of taking in a tea in the morning, gradually that becomes an impression in my mind. And once it becomes an impression, I am habitual to have a tea. If I do not take tea, the headache starts. Similarly, if we are continuously telling a lie for a small things just to avoid into situation, let's say in professional world, just to avoid any just to avoid any flack from a boss, we at times tell a lie. And momentarily, okay, fine, we have come out of that situation, but gradually the things will erupt, the thing will unfold, and then the Pandora box will open for all the negativity what we ourselves have spread. And there is no one for our solace, there is no one for our comfort. So we all have to have this all a game of the faith and a trust. Faith and trust in Almighty. I tell you, follow the path of righteousness in your carry the compassion. To follow the righteousness path, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be earning the money. You should, but the means of earning the money should be very clean enough. You should earn. You should be a billionaire, millionaire, anything. Keep the values, keep the righteousness, and I bet on it that the God will be creator of your life. Let's not indulge into this skullduggery, chal kapat. Have you ever listened of any of the saints and seers and mendicants? They always say the biggest sin in this world is chal kapat, the skullduggery, chancery, cheating, double face. Never. So develop an attitude which is impeccable, which would make a change to the people's life. You should be an exemplary example of the righteousness across the world, particularly, especially to your children. If you imbibe this thing, your children will definitely follow the same thing, and your head will rise and be proud of them. So I must request each and everyone to follow the righteousness, believe in the God, do not succumb to lies and all those things. And I bet on it, you would have a wonderful life. With all this, I must extend my generous gratitude for listening to my videos, and I request wholeheartedly to please share, like, and comment on this video, which will encourage me to have more videos, which will encourage me to improve in case where I have to improve. With all this, I thanks you all again. Thank you very much.